Greetings, esteemed students of astrology, to another session of the Lilly Lectures. I am your guide, William Lilly, and today we are looking into the profound mysteries of life and death as illuminated by the planetary bodies. At the behest of a troubled soul, I was asked to peer into the celestial tapestry and unveil the enigma of mortality within the bounds of matrimony. I erected the astrological chart as shown for the 16th of February, 1645 at 9:20 p.m. in London, England. The husband is the querent and represented by the first house. I noticed that the seventh house, which signifies the wife, was afflicted. This was indicated by the presence of Saturn in Aries in its fall, and Mars, the lord of the seventh house, was cadent in Gemini and the ninth house, disposed by Mercury, lord of the sixth, from the seventh house, retrograde, and in its fall. Additionally, the moon was in Scorpio, but in the eighth house from the seventh. These considerations led me to inquire about the querent's wife, specifically if she was very sick, or possibly suffering from a consumption disease, or another debilitating ailment, possibly affecting her internal well-being, intricacies, her intimate affairs. It seemed that she was infirm and in a critical condition. All the significators associated with her showed unfortunate placements and were not in their essential dignities. Unfortunately, I could not obtain her exact birth details, but I learned that she was currently in her 42nd year, which is her climacteric year and usually a precarious time. This was even more concerning for her since she was facing an untoward disease during or near this critical period. Further analysis revealed that the seventh house, which also represents her physical body, indicated a small corporature or a person with a curved physique. It suggested that she had a long and lean visage, a dark and pale complexion, and possessed a very waspish or forward temperament. The querent confirmed these physical and temperamental characteristics. Taking into account Saturn's association with prolonged illnesses and the retrograde motion of Mercury, the lord of the sixth house, I deduced that she would likely experience relapses from one illness to another. This would be partly due to her own obstinacy and partly due to the errors of the physician. Her stubbornness was indicated by the fact that the lord of her ascendant was also the lord of the eighth house. Neglect on the part of the physician was represented by Venus, which formed a square aspect with Saturn, and both were located in equinoctial and tropical signs as well as in angular houses. These planetary configurations suggested a lack of care for the distressed lady. Considering all these factors carefully, I concluded that the woman would die before her husband. The significator of the man, Venus, was not afflicted and remained free from any misfortunes. Similarly, the man himself showed no signs of infirmity. To determine the timing of her potential demise, I closely examined the ill aspect formed between Saturn and Mars. It appeared that towards the end of September, Mars began to approach an opposition to Saturn. The proximity of Mars to the Moon's position at the time of the question, approximately 2 degrees of Scorpio, and Saturn's placement at around 2 degrees of Taurus, suggested that the querent's wife would face a heightened risk of death or be in great danger during this period. The Moon, occupying the place of Mars at the time of the question, around 20 degrees of Gemini, further reinforced this timing analysis. Based on these astrological indications, it was inferred that her passing or the critical phase of her illness would likely manifest around the end of September or the beginning of October. In truth, she passed away on 8th of October, a day when Mars and Mercury were in conjunction at the 8th degree of Scorpio. On this specific day, a conjunction between Mars, representing the querent as the lord of the ascendant, and Mercury, symbolizing the sixth house, occurred at 8 degrees of Scorpio. Notably, this degree closely corresponded to the Moon's position at the time of the question. The degree of their conjunction coincided with the Moon's position in the question, and the Moon itself was at 12 degrees of Libra, opposite to her ascendant in the question. And there, somberly, do we end this lecture. Such is the dance of the heavens, where the symphony of stars composes the melodies of life and death. As we navigate the complexities of the universe, let these revelations serve as a testament to the interconnectedness of our earthly existence and the cosmic forces that govern it. Until next time, I am William Lilly, and this is Christian Astrology.